Today, I'm here with Tim and Meagan Merrill with the Woven Rose. So why don't you guys tell me how this started?
This probably started, I don't know.
About 6 months ago.
6 months ago?
Yeah.
Okay. Probably started about 6 months ago when I decided to create my own apron.
Yeah, you'd seen some canvas aprons that you liked.
That was a long time ago. I saw it, and I've never found anything that matched it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I decided to make my own.
So when you came up with this design, I mean, I see that it has lots of little pockets and straps, because you use it for what primarily?
Mostly for coloring hair, but I wear it. I wear it all day long as a hairdresser.
Nice. So combs, brushes,
scissors, clips. The leather straps are great to put your clips on.
So instead of walking to your station, is that what you call it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's nice to have it all right there.
Perfect.
I think kind of after the initial creation too, the thing you found was all the other applications these could be used for, like the woodworking and barbecuing,
yes,
gardening,
barbecuing.
Yes.
Yeah, we've had one lady.
I just made one for a sign maker in Prineville.
Yep.
Perfect.
So
yes.
For artists, it's really a lot of different applications they can be used for. And the wax canvas is really sturdy and heavy. Will stand up to the woodworking.
Yes.
Is this a waxed or is this non-waxed?
No, this is non-waxed.
This particular model?
Untreated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And can someone order it any way they want?
Yes, they can.
Wow. So totally custom.
Totally custom. The apron I just did with a gal in Prineville was pink. And I never in a million years thought I was going to do a pink apron. But she messaged me and I was like, let's do it. Let's see how it goes. And it turned out great.
We're both wary. And that one turned out really, really good.
Yes, absolutely beautiful.
Good. Awesome. Was she happy?
She loves it. She's going to screen print her logo on the front of it. So she didn't get the top pocket. So she's going to put her logo here.
I gotcha.
And then, so I'm excited to see the final product.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it's going to be beautiful.
So like 6 months ago you had this idea and you're like, man, I'm so sick of walking over to my station.
It was more or less the polyester plastic aprons.
I've seen those.
Yes.
Like freebies from your supplier.
From the color lines, everything, yes. And I wanted something that looked a little bit more durable and tough, and so that was where this started, and it has grown significantly since.
And she created the first one and tested it in the salon for about 6 months.
And I was hard on it. Like, I washed it, and
Is that the one hanging on the wall over there?
That's the one that's beat up. And I think the coolest thing we found was after, even the untreated, after 6 months of abuse in the salon and all the chemicals that it comes in contact with, the canvas patinaed, and it has, it's stained, but it's still strong. Nothing broke, nothing has holes in it.
I got so many compliments on it right before I switched out aprons. They're like, oh my gosh, that looks so cool.
Yeah. And that one's...
Old can be cool.
Yeah.
I have a friend who wants me to make one distressed for her. So she basically wants me to wear it for 6 months in the salon. And then, like, here you go.
That costs extra, I'm sure.
Yeah. Right. It's like a good whiskey.
Yeah, aged.
Salon aged.
Yeah. So, with starting, like, you have an idea, and so you say, this may be viable. People say they want it. How do you start that as a business? I mean, all of a sudden, we're going to have a business.
Exactly.
Because that's what you've done.
That was exactly what it was. We were driving down the street, and I'm like, all right, we're going to do this in 2 weeks. He's like, what? We're going to do this in 2 weeks. We're going to drop on New Year's Eve. He's like, okay.
Yeah. I'd say jump, do it. The only way to start is to start. But grow relative. Don't go buy new equipment. Don't go into debt trying to buy the things you think you need. Start with what you have.
Be scrappy.
Be scrappy.
Right. So let's go back to that other comment you made. So you have done this owing nobody any money.
No,
you didn't
money
borrow
to
money
anybody.
from your dad.
Nope.
You didn't borrow money from anybody.
No,
Bank,
sir.
nothing.
Nope.
Just
No, sir.
cash.
Just
Yep.
cash. Yep.
How long did it take to save the money to start?
Startup was relatively cheap.
We've kept it relatively cheap. We've remained scrappy this whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we don't carry a lot of inventory. They're all made to order.
Good.
So,
Made to order.
yeah. Eventually, we'd like to get to a point where we had some inventory on hand just to turn orders
I'd
more
love
quickly.
a brick and mortar store eventually.
Yes, that's kind of the dream. Is have a storefront somewhere.
That'd be fun.
But,
2 business models.
yep.
2 different business models.
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely. Yeah, I'd say start slow and grow as fast. Grow organically.
Yes.
Don't borrow money, because then if you're leveraged, there's that much extra stress put on the company. This way we can grow as fast, or it's not going to grow fast, and that's fine, but it'll be ours, 100% ours.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. So do you guys have any employees?
Just the two of us.
Just the 2 of you.
Yep. Yep.
That's
Just
awesome.
the two of us.
How's that going together?
There's good days.
It's
and
a
there's
learning
bad days.
curve. There's a learning curve.
Yeah.
We're learning our boundaries, setting those.
Yeah, we're learning. We make a really good team in that, because we think with different sides of our brains.
Yes.
So
You're coming from a manufacturing background.
Yes.
He's a pure left side.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
So I feel like I've added or contributed to the processes and tracking where we are in the production phase, and keeping track of our expenses and finances and stuff like that. And Megan's really creative and is able to do the work that I can't sew.
Right.
But she can
Hey,
sew
to
really
be honest,
well.
I couldn't sew with my first apron.
Uh,
So
Better than me.
Sewing is definitely an art.
Yeah.
yes.
I couldn't do it.
Yes, it's hard.
Biggest takeaway, start with no debt.
Yes.
Yes.
100%.
So let's talk about marketing.
Okay.
So you guys have a pretty big social media presence from what I've seen.
Well, we start with, I have an app called Plan, and I upload all of the photos that I've taken. I edit most of my photos on Snapseed, and then upload them into Plan. And we plan the blog posts together a week in advance. So we sit down.
It's a scheduling app.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. And so we sit down every Monday and, okay, what blog post are we going to do this day? What's going to be this day? What's going to be this day? And then I'll come through and I'll fill in the verbiage.
We kind of concept on Mondays.
Yes.
Get the big ideas. You have a few different series going, or a couple
I haven't
now.
started the second series yet.
Yeah, but
We do the Thankful Thursdays, and then we're going to do a Tool Tuesday. So highlighting a tool that we use every Tuesday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep the engagement going.
Right. And how's that? I mean, is that besides word of mouth? Is that all you're doing? Your social media advertising and word of mouth?
Social media, we do have a website,
Right.
thewovenrose.com. And other than that, it is just word of mouth and social media. We are planning eventually in the future to open up an Etsy shop when we get a little bit more stable. I wouldn't say stable.
established.
Established. Thank you.
Processes and things
Yes.
fine-tuned and
Yes.
good.
Yep.
That's good. I mean, it's amazing how in this day and age you can start a company and organically through the internet drive sales
Yes.
at almost zero cost.
Yep.
I mean, really. It's shocking.
Yeah. It's amazing, and friends and family have been amazing too, helping us spread.
Spread the word.
Yeah, that's been, I think, our biggest boost we've had is people sharing our Facebook page and Instagram page and sharing the website on social media.
Yes.
That's been our biggest outreach right now.
And it's definitely helped getting aprons out.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
into the world. And then, because then you have everyone like, oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Yeah, snowball effect.
And then we plan on starting to do some farmers markets and stuff like that in the
Here
future.
in the future.
Yeah, like
yes.
summer. I mean, we're just kind of coming.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Some
Well,
of
I
the
mean-
start with some of the smaller ones, some of the
Yeah.
pop-ups here in town, and go from there.
Because it's been 31 days since you launched.
Yes, that is so
So-
crazy.
That's pretty awesome. So you made it through the first month.
We did.
First month,
Did we have positive cash flow the first month?
We did.
we did.
That's fantastic.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
I think we did as many aprons in 1 month as I thought we were going to do in our first year.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. It took off pretty quickly.
Wow.
It did.
Yeah, and all that money right now is going right back into the business
Yep.
to get different materials that we need, and just part of the growing organically and debt free. We don't plan on making any money off this in a long time, but until we get more things that we need, more capital stuff, finish new machines and trinkets and whatnot.
Trinkets.
Trinkets. Good word choice.
Things to make our lives easier.
Nice. So, what dreams do you have for this business? I mean, we talked about it a little bit, your growth, but so you talked about a brick and mortar store.
Eventually, like
Etsy
we're talking
store.
10-year plan.
Sure.
Yeah, I think maintaining everything debt free, which I know we'll do,
Yes.
and the brick and mortar, having a storefront, and then I think too, this being your full-time job.
Yes, slowly working it into being my full-time job,
Cool.
which would be great.
Yeah.
Okay. When you guys started, did you have, just besides the two of you, did you have any help?
My mother has helped a substantial.
So shout out to Mom.
Yep, shout out
Okay.
to Mom. She has done a lot in just the knowledge aspect of sewing, assembling.
Okay.
Her mother worked at a dry cleaner, and she sewed all the time. So she's a brain full of knowledge.
So that's like when you would take your clothes to the dry cleaner and you could have them fixed,
Yes.
like back in that time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because people didn't throw stuff away.
Nope. She knows
They fixed
tricks
it.
for everything. Tricks for everything. We are coming up on 5 years, yes.
Right.
And
And you have a
we've-
daughter, Charlotte.
Charlotte, she's 2. Just turned 2 this month. January this month.
What's
There
your
are-
unique selling proposition?
I think the biggest thing is a lot of the wax canvases and canvas aprons right now are at a lot higher price point than what we're at.
Okay.
So we try to make them affordable. Also, we try to locally source as much stuff as possible,
Excellent.
which is definitely not the easy route.
No, it is very complicated.
Either locally or,
Small business.
other small businesses
Okay.
to try to support them. I think that's a big thing that we're both proud of.
Yes. But it is very complicated, especially when you get into the hardware.
Yes.
The rivets and
Grommets, and then on the
grommets and-
leather aprons, the clasps, the D-rings. It gets very complicated.
Yes.
made in the USA.
That's about where we're at for
Yeah.
those.
Good.
Yeah.
Made in the USA. Perfect. I want to buy an apron. How do I find you? How do I order one?
So you can look us up on thewovenrose.com or on Facebook.
On Facebook at
Woven Rose 20.
The social media will link you to the
Our
website.
website.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay.
So as of right now, the website is the only way, other than communicating with me, and then we can go from there.
So contact you through your website
Yes.
at thewovenrose.com.
.com.